Hi, welcome to another video about Audi A2. In this video I will talk a little bit why I hate my Audi A2, and no, this is not because it's constantly broken and I need to fix it, and also because it drives like a 23 years old scrappy car, because it drives excellent and I really enjoy it, but it is because it made me buy something else. So what is that something else? So let me show you. So this is the car, and this is a new car that I'm using it, and I enjoy it. So what is it? Well, it is a 2013 Renault Twingo 2 second generation RS model, which has 1.6 petrol naturally aspirated engine with 133 horsepower and of course manual gearbox. So why it made me buy this? Well, I do really a lot of mileage per year, and I drive a lot of cars, fast cars, new cars, very powerful cars with turbocharged engines, now electric cars which have torque and power available really through all the RPMs. So you just you come to the corner, you brake, you push the pedal and you are out, you know, because there is that power surge, torque surge immediately. Not immediately, it takes a little bit of time, but yeah. So, and also majority of these cars are also automatic. So when I finally registered my Audi A2 after 8 years of not using it, and I have for my daily driver I have Octavia, which has quite a good handling package on it, so I really enjoy driving it, but it is automatic and of course it is diesel, turbo diesel, so there is that power surge, that torque surge immediate. And then when I started driving this my Audi A2, it reminded me what it means that the car is only 1020 kilos heavy. I just couldn't believe how it drives through the corners, and it doesn't have any sport suspension or anything. It is just a normal Audi A2 1.4 petrol, and even with 75 horsepower, which means, I mean, it's really slow, it gave me so many smiles per mile that I just couldn't believe it. You just chuck it into the corner, and as again, I have a better suspension on my Octavia and I'm very satisfied with it. But there was no comparison how the Octavia drove and how this Audi A2 drove. So it reminded me how old cars drove, what means if they are light. Now, for example, I don't know, ID5 GTX with 300 horsepower, it is, I think, 2.1 tons it has, its weight. I mean, that's just crazy. I drove it, it's fast, it's everything, but you can feel the weight in the corners, so I just don't like that. So I started searching for, of course, and there is also one other reason why I bought this. So I'm the kid of 80s, so I remember Opel Kadetts GSI, Golf GTIs, then, for example, Renault 5 Turbo, Fiat Uno Turbo, and so on. So these were the cars that I was always looking at. Wow, they are something good, fast, I would like to have one. And then came Renault Clio 16 valve, which was wow. And then the holy grail Renault Clio Williams 2.0 2-liter petrol with 16 valves and 150 horsepower. That was just crazy at that time. So not crazy, but it was really fast. So I always wanted something like something of that, but first I couldn't afford it, and of course then family came and so on, and this just went away. I forgot about how these cars drove. I had some fast, small, not fast, but funny, very fun cars. And I just forgot that what it means if the car is light and it just wants the corners, you know. So when I started driving Audi A2, all that came back. I was satisfied. I'm also again satisfied with my Octavia. So for daily and so on, it's perfect because it's also comfortable, it drives well and so on. But I wanted more, since I could afford it, so I started looking for Clios. 2.0 182 or 200 horsepower, of course 2-liter petrol, natural aspirated engine, not the new one 1.6 turbo. I don't. That's not the car for me, just simple, because this is the car just for fun car, for weekends, for short turns. We have here on cars, we have perfect roads for this, and I don't need that horsepower and so on. I just want to experience the car, the light car, to chuck it into the corners, and I really enjoy that feeling that you need to work to get it fast, you know. 16 valve engines, you need to work them through the revs, to the limiter, so that they give something to you. It's not like a turbocharged engine, you push the pedal and it just goes, you know, because there is so much torque. So I started looking Clios, and I also went to check a few. They were not very good and in the condition, but I also test drove it, and it was too fast for me. I didn't like it, because, you know, there was a straight, I just pushed a little bit the third, and it was I checked the speedometer. I thought in my head, yeah, it's okay, it's fast. I checked, and it was 120 kilometers per hour. You know, I don't need that fast car. This is not what I need, what I want from the car. So when I checked that car, I went to look. I saw that somewhere near close, very close, sells also this Twingo. I said, okay, it was not my intention to buy it, just to check it, to see if it is maybe interesting and so on. And I drove it for 10 minutes, and this was it. This is the Gordini version with cup chassis, so it is really hard. It's really stiff and so on, but the composure of the car and the lightness of the car, it was just, I just knew it. This is it. This is what I need. I don't care about horsepower. I don't care about the speed and so on, but I want this. So after 1 month of thinking about it, checking everything and so on, so I decided to buy it, and now I enjoy it. It's very fast and so on, of course it's much faster than my Audi A2. But it is something is very interesting. Audi A2 pushed me to buy this car, but miles per mile, even if this is much faster car, it's better on the Audi A2. Why? I think that there are two reasons. First, I forgot, let's say, that the quality of the Renault cars is not really the best. So after 14 days of buying this car, I wanted to sell it. But after I started driving it a little bit, I remembered why I bought it, because of the chassis and the engine. So I just started to smiling, and also my son is just crazy about it. So the car stays, but as I said, it's interesting that miles per miles, it's better with my Audi A2. And there are two reasons. First is, this is so fast, this car is really uncomfortable. So I don't know how some people use it, some owners use it as a daily, because it's just crazy. This car is for the racetrack, basically made. So it's no way that I would be using it as a daily, but as a weekend car, it's perfect, and I like it. And the thing is that it is so fast and so focused on the track, that it just doesn't. Sorry, there's a car going by. So that the speeds that it can achieve also on my favorite roads are very high. So I cannot extract it fully because it is so fast. Because on the street, I mean, you could drive it as 200%, but I don't want to die. So I don't drive it to 100%, and I cannot extract everything from it. And the second thing is that my driving capabilities are not paired with this car. This car requires a driver with much better driving capabilities. So again, I cannot push to my limits and enjoy that. While with Audi A2, since it is so slow, I can push it to 100%, and it's still way under the speed limit, and it's not dangerous because I don't know, I don't push it to 100%. Of course, I always leave on the road some margin, but I can really extract everything that the car gives me, and this is something that I really enjoy, and this is why miles per miles is much better here than here. But I like both of them because this car reminds me on my childhood, on these Renault sport cars, the sporty cars. And I mean, just look at it, isn't it cute? I mean, when I just turn around it, I get the same feeling as with my Audi A2. I need to look at it because it is just, wow, it's just perfect. And as I said, it is a Gordini version with all the possible equipment, together with the leather interior and also the sunroof and everything. So I did try to get the best possible it was available at that time. So I just always, when I drive them, when I lock them and I go away, I just turn around, because it's the same with my Audi A2 and also this Twingo. I don't know if Twingo will stay, but definitely I'm not be selling it in the near future, as it is the situation now. I'm definitely not plan to sell anytime or my Audi A2, because this is the car that I just love really, and I enjoy it thoroughly. And also why also there is also one reason why I why I use the Twingo. It's also because now that my Audi A2 is really sorted, I don't want to use it for day-to-day routine trips. I know I'm crazy, you know, that's when you get a car to a perfect state, and then it's hard to drive it. And this is something I'm struggling a little bit. I hope that I will go over this, but definitely I'm driving it, I'm using it, I'm enjoying it, but I don't want to use it for some trips that are not really meaningful for me, and just for daily trips. While for example, Twingo, I do use it for some daily stuff, not long one, but mainly why, even if it is really uncomfortable and so on, but I use it because my son really likes it and driving with it, so we just go with Twingo, not with Skoda. And also there is some other thing that where the Twingo is so I said the build quality, then it's really stiff. This is basically a race car, so this is its intention. So it's not, I don't see it how to use it to really every day for some normal stuff, because for example, after one hour in this car, I get a pain in my back. This is, so I thought that it was me, it's the years, you know, because I'm so old. But then my son also told me that after 1 hour also he has a pain in the back. So it's not the years, it's not the age, but it looks like that it's the car because it is so stiff. While the Audi A2, it gives me all the enjoyment, not all, because this one is faster. I can do some stuff in this that in Audi A2 I can't, but it gives me all the smiles, more smiles per miles than Twingo, but it is also really, really, really comfortable, and it is much better car. All the rest, except the chassis and the engine, from the sporty point of view, it is better here. Also, I do understand that basically the Audi A2, it was at least twice the price than the Twingo. So I get it that I cannot expect the quality of the Twingo. But for example, if I'm driving 100 kilometers per hour in Twingo, I mean, the head could explode, you know, because everything is there are some noise, all the noises, everything. So while I drive 100 kilometers per hour in my Audi A2, it's quieter than in my Octavia. So this is it. I mean, I just adore my Audi A2. So this is what I wanted to tell you. to present another car. Of course, maybe some will think that I'm crazy, but not started. I really love it. Also the Twingo, it gives me something that Audi A2 cannot give me. This is the speed, the acceleration, and of course the cab chassis. The turns can be much quicker. But regarding the miles per miles, as I said, this one is the winner. So for now, I will be enjoying both cars, and I think that I will do some also videos on both cars, and we'll see how it will go. Anyway, this is enough of me rambling about why I hate Audi A2, because it's still a nice day, so I need to go and drive it a little bit. If you have any thoughts about growing number of cars in my possession, if you think that this is great, or if you think it's stupid, just comment below. Thank you for watching. Drive safe, and of course smile when you drive, because driving is always fun, especially if you drive Audi A2. Bye!